What a stud. Welcome back to another sports podcast, everybody. It's exactly what the world needs, another sports podcast. We're a Sweaty Trail. We're glad to be back. We just did an episode with Irv Gaffar. Absolute stud. Insane hockey mind. Like, what an interview. You guys will see that, I guess, before this comes out, because this is a special How the Leaf Falls episode. We're going to be running down everything, all this crazy Leafs news. Taylor was at a cottage, so we finally get him back, thankfully.
Virtually.
Right? He's not in Peggy's Cove getting pegged anymore.
We can't
Um,
move into them either because we don't have a game.
But we're gonna break down all this crazy Leafs news that we've had throughout the week, and we'll get right into our sweaty moment. Taylor, how the hell was witnessing that freaking Calder Cup, or not Calder Cup final? The
Yeah,
Calder Cup final?
Calder
It is
Cup.
called
Yeah,
Calder.
Yeah.
yeah.
Calder Cup final, freaking Marlies dub.
Yeah, so shout out to my underage girlfriend for buying us tickets. They weren't crazy expensive, but definitely not cheap considering they're the AHL. Anyways, it was wicked. I have to say, the building was loud. It was rocking. Um, to make it the cherry on top, Cal Foot was one of the World Junior players in the EM trial, and he's on the Chicago Wolves, and every time he touched the puck, woo,
Love
like
that.
No.
boo, no means no, fuck you, fuck, piece of shit. Like all fans just reaming him for 60 minutes. It was sweet. Marlies go down 2-0, and then Landon Sim with the deflection to go up down 2-1, and then the Marlies scored three straight to go up 4-2. Chicago crawled back, but Artur Aktyamhov ends up winning the MVP. This guy goes like 15-7 in the playoffs with a 923 and like a 230. He's 24 years old. Russia breeds goalies. This kid is a stud. He's gonna be so sick for the Leafs. He's like super humble, and to see the Rodion Amirov
hmm
jersey on the ice too. I believe that was the GM of the Marlies, Ryan Hardy, if I'm not mistaken, wearing that. Um, they gave a shout out to him at the parade today. They gave a shout out to his family. Like the whole Marlies, thing was just I got encapsulated in it. It was wicked to be there. I had a great time. As you can tell, me chanting "Artie, Artie" jokingly on our last reel that we posted there. So honestly, man, so fun, so sick. I have nothing but great things to say about that rink, and how the Marlies played was wicked.
Dude, I just want to say on the prices. I noticed I was gonna check because I actually wanted to go last minute when you said that you were going. You messaged again that day. You're like, I'm away to the stadium. I was like, I should look at tickets. $300. But then last minute, 20 minutes before the game, they were down to 32.
Yeah, but at
Also,
that point, you're
Taylor,
like, you got to jump on a go train, and yeah,
It wasn't worth
you're
it for me,
you're
but
the first one to see a Toronto team win a championship in person, of us three at least,
yeah, that's
and
true.
even better, it
Yeah,
was in Toronto.
in Toronto.
yeah. No, it was fun. I mean, listen, it's not going to be to the same scale as the Leafs, but it was cool, man. I gotta say, the atmosphere was wicked. The building was rocking, like rocking. It
I'm
was
actually
it was
Nice.
surprised too.
awesome.
Because I don't think I've ever been to Coca-Cola Coliseum. Is it play where they play? I don't think I've ever
Yeah,
been inside that venue.
yeah. I'm sure you have for the X. They do like the dog show in there.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
I have been
They'll
in
do
there.
like sometimes they do like figure skating shit in there. But like, man, really cool rink because it holds 9,200. So you're right on top of the ice.
Yeah.
Like it seems small. It's 9,000. Like that's a decent AHL rink. It's called what, half Scotiabank.
Yeah.
But like it's fun, man. I bet you if the Calder Cup finals were played at Scotiabank, it would be filled up.
Hey
100%.
man, next year we should make we'll make it a trip to go record an episode rink side at a Marlies game or something.
Sure, dude, we can get tickets for regular season for like $20.
Literally. Show up and just one night and
Yeah.
just have fun.
No,
Let's
I
get to
totally
the
recommend it. It was awesome.
damn right, damn right. That's what fucking Toronto does for winners. Let's get into a little bit of this news. Look at how the leaf falls. There was some news that me and Michael ran through, but we'll run through it again. Joseph Woll traded to Philly, along with Simone Benoit for Sam Ersson and Emil Andrae.
It's a
They're
weird deal.
they're not
It
going to
is a bit
keep
of a weird
Ersson,
one.
as it seems. It seems like they're just going to let him walk because he still has to get signed, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's an RFA. So the more I think about this deal, the more I think that they're also exploring a trade for Anthony Stolarz. And I really do like Emil Andre. He's not going to be a number one guy,
No.
but he can skate. He's a pest. He's got a
He's a
good
puck
shot.
mover.
He's a puck mover. He can penalty kill. I like it. I really do like it.
For me, like Wool has always been so injury prone. Like every freaking
So
year, he's
injury
out
prone.
Yeah.
with something. And so it's just interesting where I don't know if the Leafs are trying to make a move towards give me proven guys or give me the young guys that we're going to build up. Because we're seeing the young guys that they're building up with Cowan and Danforth and even Aktyamhov, if he ever gets his shot in the show. Like, we're pretty set on the young guys. But Woll was kind of at least marketed to us as the future.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it would have made more sense to trade Stolars. No, he's older, bigger cap hit.
But I guess
But
Not
I
by
like,
bet
much,
I
but
guess you're not going to get the return you're looking for, right?
yeah, that's true. It's
and
just
maybe at their peaks, who was better? Like when Joseph Woll is playing at his peak or Anthony Stolarz is playing at his peak, which goalie would you rather have in net?
Stolars.
I would agree.
yeah.
And so
Like
Stolarz gets,
the year they won the Atlantic, right? Like
yeah,
they were both really good that year, but
Yeah,
Stolars
yeah.
was unreal.
he was standing on his head. And so if you know that you have that in the tank from Stolarz, I get he's older, but he's just kind of been battling injury ever since the Bennett elbow to the face. If you
Yeah.
get healthy, I don't think Stolarz is a guy that you kind of want to move off of. It's great for
No,
his
I
team.
agree. I agree
It's
100%.
it's fair to say I think the Leafs, their deepest position, at least before the trade, was goalie, and you have to dip into that to adjust your other needs. So I get it, and I'm trying to change my outlook on Leafs hirings and signings and trades before they even do anything on the ice. Like I saw it, and I was like, "What the fuck is this deal?" And then I sat with it for like a couple of days. I was like, "Okay, you know what? Like we haven't seen them yet. Maybe Ersson will be a backup. Maybe Emil Andrae will be a solid bottom four defenseman. Like I don't know."
I just don't even think they're going to sign Ersson. I think they literally just
Well, I've seen,
mighty rights, do what you
I
want.
mean, we have it here at the bottom, but might as well if we're talking about Ersson. I've seen a lot of stuff of Ersson getting flipped to Florida for Bob. Um, and now like, so whatever. I'm gonna do your job for a minute here, host, because we were just talking about Ersson.
Do
So
it.
if you flip Ersson for Bob, you get the rights for Bob. They get Ersson for cheaper. If you sign Bob to a 3-year, $18 million deal, and your goalies are Stolars, Bobrovsky, and you carry Hildeby as a third goalie, and you let Aktyamhov eat in the AHL, that's not bad, man.
I get it. And like when you put it that way, fine, because Bobrovsky doesn't have a workload that he has to like,
He doesn't get hurt either.
but he's not good in the regular season. And this is a team
But
that was bottom five in the NHL. Like we were one of the worst five teams in the NHL last year.
Yep.
And now we're
Yep.
going to take a goalie who's literally the Binnington archetype. He's mid all year round, and then the minute the game matters, some switch ticks off. But
Turns it on.
can this team even get him to a point where he has the opportunity to turn it on? Because I think
I
we
mean,
need a goalie that can actually make the saves that change a game.
let's break it down. So there's 84 games next year. Bobrovsky, Hildeby, and Stolars are very capable of playing 30, 30, 22. Let's call it 24. Let's call it that if that's how you want to break it down.
Sure.
Sure.
If the Leafs are continuing on the path of improving their blue line with which is what they've done so far this summer with Andrae, and we'll get into the Darren Raddysh stuff, and they upgrade their forwards, which they will on Friday when they take McKenna, with all the cap space they have and all the trades they're going to make, what's to say this team isn't better? You're going to get a healthy Chris Tanev back. OEL is not going to have to play 20 minutes a night. Brandon Carlo probably isn't in your top four. Morgan Riley's off this team. You have a different looking blue line that's better. They're faster. They're more physical. They move the puck. You don't need Bobrovsky to have a 925. You need Bobrovsky to have a 905. That wins you. That's a 100-point team right there.
But that kind of goes off their structure of we're going to outscore our problems, which does not work. It
And
Who's
doesn't
to say
work.
that that's the way they're going to run things with outscoring their problems?
Well, if you have a
Maybe,
905, you're probably giving up 2.8, so basically call it 3 goals a game.
yeah, but I mean, if you get a healthy Matthews, a Nylander, a McKenna, maybe this team can score 3 or 4 goals a game.
I think this team, from what I've been watching, it's at its best when your goalie is like playing like when the goalie is making the plays of the game. When the goalie is getting a start at the end of the game is when the Leafs are at their best. Even when the Leafs were losing and Jack Campbell was unreal for us. Like there was juice there. This Leafs team, I don't think the defense has ever had an identity. I don't think we've ever had a cohesive, like, this is our defense and this is what you're going to get when you face our defense. It's always in disarray. You never know who's moving the puck, who's tape blocking shots, who they don't know as a role. And so when you put in a guy like Bob into this system, I don't think he's going to be able to. I don't even think like the 9-0 is realistic. Like I think he
Yeah,
will
I
be
disagree with you there,
atrocious.
though. I disagree with you because if you look at Carolina, Brandon Bussey won like 35 games and he had almost a sub nine save percentage. And they won the president. No, they finished second in the NHL. They won the Eastern Conference and they just beat a really good Vegas team in the Cup final with below average goaltending.
But Carolina has an identity, and in their defense, like they play slow hockey. They're going to sit there, dump and chase on you, and they're going to rag the puck, and they're going to wait for you, and they're going to wait for you to make a mistake, and then they're going to go. It's all about like sheltering home, and if you can get out, you get out.
But who's to say the Leafs can't play a Carolina style game with we don't know what they're gonna do. We
When
don't
you
know
have
who
this
they're
much
gonna
talent in the
sign or
building,
what
you don't
Jim
want to
Hiller's
play a
gonna put
Carolina
in.
style game. When you have Austin Matthews who can score 70, you're going to add McKinnon to that who should be a 100-point player, Nylander who can also score 40. Like you don't want these guys to be
I'm
sheltered. That's the issue with
I'm not
Matthews
saying
now is that
structurally. I'm
Berube
just
sheltered them.
saying like a defensive style with good offense.
I just think like we have to see them
That's
at least put a defense together. They have to. This defense needs an identity. We don't know what this defense is.
I don't hate the Bobrovsky idea. I actually really love it to be honest with you. Look at that guy in those cup runs with Florida. I know that was 2 years and 3 years ago, but or I guess 1 and 2 years ago. But still, he was so fucking good. Both years, he was so fucking good. A gamer, a
Yeah,
gamer.
but it's just in the playoffs. That's the issue. But
Yeah,
this
as
is the
long as you
Leafs
get
team.
in, if you
But we
get in
didn't
and
get in.
Bobrovsky's your game one starter,
But we didn't get in, and
oh,
Florida just got better, and Florida's going to be healthy. Ottawa, God knows what they'll do. They have 3 first-round picks to go play with, and I think everybody and their mother knows that they're not going to make all those picks, especially this
nope.
year. They might keep the 9. They're not going to make pick select 25. We know that. And so Ottawa's going to go make moves. The Sabres were a wagon last year to deal with.
Yeah,
Montreal,
Tampa's still floating.
if we think Montreal's going to sit around, sit by, and just like let every team in their division, their conference get better, we're stupid. Every team is getting better, and if the Leafs don't, oh, it's scary. It's
But they've
terrifying.
had a good offseason so far. I think we can all agree. The two moves that Chaika's made have been positive.
Sure,
Okay,
sure.
let's say they sign Bob, draft McKenna, and get a top six forward in free agency, whoever that is. But let's just say that's all the moves they make. You think they're
But it
better
won't
than
be. It won't
Buffalo,
be.
Montreal? Let's just say it is. Just play the hypothetical. You think they're better than Buffalo, Montreal, Tampa, Florida. Ottawa will likely make a wild card again.
I think it's all dependent on the Matthews you're getting. And the way that I understand the way that Jim Hiller coaches is that it's not a defensive scheme. It is not the Berube style where he's taking 65% of his draws are in the D zone. He's going to put him in positions to succeed. I think Darren Raddysh on the power play gives you a completely different look. Michael, what did you say your stat was the other day about Riley's power play goals? Say that.
In the last 8 years, Morgan Riley had 10 power play goals. Darren Raddysh had 10 last year.
Like, and people are gonna be like, "Oh, he's a Kucherov merchant." Okay, Nylander's gonna pass him the puck.
It's
Matthews is gonna
Nylander,
pass him the puck.
Matthews, and
McKenna's gonna
McKenna.
pass him the puck.
I
Nice.
I saw a video
A
of
power play is disgusting.
I saw a
Disgusting.
video of every one of Radish's goals, and it was literally Kucherov just standing at the top of the dot and sliding him like 10-foot passes.
He's a
Like I
bum.
could make those
He has the
passes.
Okay,
second hardest shot in the league.
we're gonna leave the Bob conversation to die because now we're all on this Radish conversation.
Yeah,
Let's
we're
just
getting into
say it.
Radish now.
The Leafs have traded a 5th-round pick for Darren Radish's rights, and then they signed him to a 8 by 8.5 year deal.
I love this. Like I was a little skeptical at the beginning, but
Same.
watching Darren Raddysh highlights and watching this guy's shot, watching him on the power play, he's not a Victor Hedman or a Cale Makar or a number one, true number one. But this guy can skate, he can pass, he can shoot, he plays physical, he doesn't hurt you defensively. And for 8.5 million, we talked about it in the interview with Irf, the inflation or whatever you want to call it. 8.5 next year is going to be like, or the year after next is going to be like 7 million. Then it's going to go to like 6.5 because the cap's going to jump so much.
Absolutely. And when you look at Radish's situation in Tampa, like he was really realistically, he was the 5th guy on the defensive end. Like you had Chernak ahead of him, you had Sergachev, you had Hedman. Like there was so many guys ahead of Raddysh where Raddysh wasn't getting opportunities to prove what he can do.
And then he
And
got put in a spot where he could.
the minute
Yeah,
Hedman went
that's
down, they
fair.
put him up and he took advantage of the
He's unreal.
opportunity. And so
And
my thought with it is that like you said, our power play is literally going to be Raddysh, McKenna, Matthews, Willie, nice. You're like stacked.
That's a
Like,
top five unit in the league on paper.
be a
it has
merchant.
to be.
You have 4 other guys to go be a merchant of. Enjoy it. And so I'm not mad at it, and especially when you consider that every single team in the NHL was probably considering making a deal like this if he was going to be available.
He would have got that money on July 1st. He
So
would
at
have.
least the Leafs get, if he is good, we get a chance at it.
And did
He
you
might have
watch his
gotten
interviews
more.
today? Did you watch his interviews today?
No,
He's so excited. This guy, he's not from Toronto, I don't think. He's from the GTA. I don't know exactly know where.
check right now.
But he's like, this has been a dream of mine. Watching games when I was a kid with my dad and my brother, like this has been a dream to play in Toronto. And I get that.
Toronto boy, born in Toronto.
Born in
It also
Toronto.
plays into your theory because he played with McDavid and Erie. Now he's going to recruit him to come here.
The tweet keeps coming back from
The,
2014.
dude, the Darren Raddysh retweets from 2012 or whenever they played an era together are insane.
Happy birthday to my great friend Connor McDavid. Hope you have a great one.
Like, dude, he's sick. Okay, I have to eat my words here. John Chaika has done an excellent job.
Easy.
Yes, he really
Look,
has.
I mean, and I don't think he's done. They have a lot of cap space. The more I think about it, I don't know if Nyes is going to be a Leaf. And I'm not saying I want that. I'm thinking we're getting to the Tkachuk deal, but if they get a deal that's better than that, how do you say no?
I don't think you do though. Like,
Why
yes,
not? He's got 5 more years at 7.7.
yeah, but the thing about Nye and one, why would the Leafs give that up? Like
I
that's
agree. You get worse. You get
you
worse.
get
I
way
agree.
worse giving him up. But Kachuk has like cemented that name for himself. He went out won a gold. He's been the leader in Ottawa.
He won a gold. He didn't do fucking anything.
He's got a gold medal in fucking case. No matter how you want to look at it, he's got the
Yep, not wrong.
they don't ask how, they ask how many. And so with Nyes, he is again the third option on this team. He's behind Matthews, he's behind Willie. He maybe even to a point you make an argument that he's behind Tavares, maybe behind Cowan. I don't know if you're ready to make that assertion, but in terms of like just the caliber of the reputation, like name value holds. And so Brady Tkachuk being a Tkachuk in itself is gives him a little value, but then he has his gold. He was a leader at Ottawa. Like there's just more things to his game, more things that we've seen from his game, more consistency than what Nyes has yet to prove. Even though
Fair.
he's
It's a
capable.
fair argument. It's a fair argument.
I
But
just
Okay,
I've been
we're
seeing a
gonna
lot
put
about Nyes. Sorry, I've
we're
been
good.
seeing a lot about Nyes, and I heard one report saying that apparently the way that the Leafs have been shopping Nyes is making teams kind of like they have a bad taste in their mouth for
they're getting
trading.
annoyed, yeah.
It's like tell us is the guy available or not because you clearly can't seem to tell.
Yeah.
Okay, armchair GM mock trade. No, those one's not stupid. Don't worry. Matthew Nyes and whatever other draft picks, rookies you have to give up to get Maverick Bork, and you sign Jason Robertson to 12 million a year over
No.
8 years. Would you do it?
No, no. I think
Would you-
Nyes is a more valuable player.
Okay, here's one for you. Matthew Nyes, Colorado's first round pick next year, and Easton Cowan for 2 years of and uncertain if you get to re-sign him of Zach Werenski.
No.
90-point Zach Werenski?
That's a guarantee he would not re-sign.
I don't know. Like he's never played in a big market. He might love it.
I don't think he even wants to play in Canada.
Would you do that deal?
Mm,
You said the Montreal
Yeah.
offer wasn't that bad, and Werenski is 10 times better than whatever the fuck Montreal was offering.
yeah, but at least they're giving you something for a future. You
Who
get
cares
you
about
get
that?
2 years of Rowensky, like
Yo.
you said, who might not re-sign, and he's going to get a huge pay raise.
I'm sorry, Michael. As Leafs fans, we need to stop thinking about the future.
If your top four was Werenski, Raddysh, Tanev, and McCabe,
Gabe? No.
like that is the most disgusting top four of all time.
I don't know. It's a crowded D room too.
I think it's a lot to give
Fucking
up though,
care.
because I do want to see what Cowboy can do. And like at that point, sure, you have a great defense. Now you have to play Carolina hockey because you're not going to be fucking scoring anymore.
Actually, on Cowboy quickly before we end how the league falls. When I watched him, I watched a few Marlies games throughout the playoffs, more in like the third and fourth round. He was the best player on the ice in that game.
Yeah, he's unbelievable. He's
He
like
was the best
genuinely,
player
like,
on the ice in that game.
I
He
cannot
led the
wait to see
AHL
what
in points in the playoffs.
I cannot wait to see what he can do with this Leafs team and like even Danforth. Danforth is amazing, or Danford, whatever his name is.
Yeah, Danford. He's a good skater. He needs another year
Yeah,
down there,
yeah.
but he's gonna be a player.
but the Leafs we have like some really good young prospects that they can start giving some minutes, see what they can do with big boys, And if they make a name for themselves, they make a name for themselves. You keep them up. But I think
It's an
Leafs fans should
interesting
stop looking
time
at
in Leafland. I think we actually have a little bit to be excited about.
the draft
Or
this
or
week.
are we just excited because it's different?
It's the draft
It's
this week, man.
different.
We literally have Gavin McKenna. That's all I care about right now. Is that we
I
have
know.
fucking
We
Gavin McKenna.
we have an 18-year-old top six ready forward who's gonna be a Leaf in 4 days.
Yeah, like 70 hours,
Yeah,
80 hours. Like
yeah.
unbelievable. I mean, so
Start the clock.
I'll just ask because I have to. We're all consensus is McKenna won. The Leafs
Yeah,
don't want to
no
see anything else.
question. Put $1,000 on it, and if it doesn't hit, I will give you that money back. That it's
Actually,
going to hit.
I'm gonna check FanDuel right now. I want to see what the odds are.
Oh, dude, he's probably like minus 1,000. Like, there's no way the Leafs don't take McKenna. Even Chris Johnson on his show today said it's a slam dunk. Like, this is happening. There's no other way it's not. And I am so curious to see what happens if the Sharks take Chase Reed or Carson Carroll. Like, if they take a defenseman and the Canucks are sitting there like, oh my God, we got Stenberg at 3. And what if it was like a Kevin Costner in draft day and Bo Callahan just keeps falling and the Leafs just make a trade and they trade
What's
Niederson with
wrong
the
with
fourth pick
them?
and they get McKenna and Stenberg?
I
That would
don't.
be so fucking sick.
I don't know if that's either. Like, I don't think the Leafs. I mean, hey, Jake has been doing pulling rabbits out of hats, so maybe he could pull that off.
Who knows, man?
Somehow.
Who knows?
If you guys at all care, Arch Manning is number one for the NFL. That's the only thing that FanDuel has. And the score only has the second overall pick and the third. But Gavin McKenna is plus 6,000 to go second and
Yeah.
plus 15,000 to go third.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way
that
he's
makes
not
sense.
going first. He's a Leaf. He is a Leaf full.
Should we plant the story of him smoking crack or something? Make like really clean up on the butt?
Just post the AI video of him hitting the gas bong like Laramie Tunsil. Was that Laramie Tunsil?
Yeah,
So funny.
it's Doug Ford. Or
Yeah,
sorry, Rob
exactly.
Ford. All right. I guess do we take the squat off our brow for this?
I mean, we still have some hockey news here if you want to get through it.
I'm taking the sweat off my brow to end the Leaf Falls.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. The biggest news of the summer, I'm gonna guess, Brady Tkachuk gets sent to Florida for 2 first-round picks, a first-round pick in 2029 and a second-round pick in 2027.
Fuck Brady Tkachuk.
Yeah, he's just a fucking loser.
I
Like, you're a sellout.
I genuinely believe that it's just I said it on our podcast with Earth. There has been now 3 guys who have come out and say, I'm exercising my no move clause. I want to trade and I want to go to Minnesota, Florida, or Vegas. And Mitch
Yep.
Marner also right after Four Nations decides to go to Vegas. Like
Yep.
it doesn't make sense to me why in a league where pride I feel like reigns supreme over most other emotions, why are we starting to like see this sellout cup chasing? I'm just gonna run to like my Olympic gold teammates to win a
Agreed.
cup.
Agreed.
It's weird and it's scary.
And it's like, I don't know what it is about the Americans in Canada, but we all know about the Matthews drama. Now we've seen Kachuk go. Matthew Kachuk did it a few years ago. Connor Hellebuck is rumored to be wanting out. I mean, the only one that you hear nothing about is Cole Caulfield in Montreal
And
Yeah.
Kyle Connor.
and Kyle Connor. But if Hellebuck leaves, why would Kyle Connor be like, why the
Hell,
fuck would I want to stay
Hellebuck's
here?
situation is different though, because he won the Hart and the Vezina 2 years ago. He won the Vezina, I think, 3 years before that. Winnipeg hasn't done anything in his entire time with them.
That's
And
actually true.
he has stayed loyal and he signed, sure, it's a high contract at 8.5, but at market value, I think he's like a top 6 paid goalie. So like it's fair. He's been in Winnipeg for what, 12 years now?
He's 33.
It is fair that what Michael said, like they've never really taken that big swing to get like that a real piece to get you over the hump, and especially where they were making the playoffs year over year. And like you
Yeah.
had Shifley, you had like there was so many like Kyle Connor, you had like Adam Lowry was sick back then.
Ehlers.
Ehlers, what was that guy?
Buckland,
Blake
all those
Wheeler.
guys. Blake Wheeler, yeah.
There was so many
They
sick
had a
guys
bunch
that
of
they had in the
studs.
building, and they never put it together with just like they were one piece away so many times.
Dude, 2 years ago they won the President's Trophy and lost in the second round. Like they've had their runs. They went to a conference final and lost to Vegas.
Yeah,
The first year Vegas was in the league. Like this core is cooked.
cooked. It's done.
Cooked.
But like it's scary, and especially when I hate to get political, but you guys know I love to get political.
Let's
Um,
get political.
it's just there's also a concern about taxes. Like in the States, there's a lot more freedom where you can go to a place like Florida where there's no income tax, Vegas where there's no income tax. Like pretty much unanimously across the board, Winnipeg is NDP province. BC is an NDP province. Like the taxes are high in a lot of these places where
Yeah.
that host teams. Alberta, I guess, is the one that probably has lower taxes, I would assume. Um,
You know what's funny about that argument though is like you look at Darren Raddysh, who just came from Florida, and I know he's an American, or I know he's a Toronto boy, but he just left probably $30 million on the table in tax savings with the Lightning. I don't know what they offered to come here and pay 40 to 50% taxes.
which is beautiful. That's just like a testament to what he is, what he's gonna be for
100%.
us. But it's just it's scary that I hate to see a day where like we already see it, the NHL is becoming more and more American in terms of talent. Americans are getting better, and there's more American talent growing up. And so I hate to see a day where Canadian teams are suffering at the expense of like because of where you live. Like it's just your local tax code is why Canadian teams can't get high quality talent anymore.
I know. It's sad, but it's becoming a reality.
It's becoming a players' league, which is the last thing you want.
Back to the Brady Tkachuk deal because we kind of got off topic. Are you guys excited about it? I saw I was chopped into C's. I think C's actually live again tonight talking about it.
He's probably ecstatic.
He's fucking off the wall. He said he had his dinner right in front of him. He said, "Fuck that!" Put it right back in the kitchen and went straight to his pod setup to go live stream.
Yeah, I mean, so their forwards are elite. Their blue line is really good. They have the best top nine in the NHL. Not even close.
Yeah,
Like we talked about with Earth, Bennett Kachuk is like the biggest fuck you line of all time. Then you have Barkov coming off injury, gonna play with Verhaeghe and
Marchand.
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 And then you have Reinhardt as like the odd guy out playing on the third line with Luosterainen and Lundell. Like, come on. But the biggest question is who the fuck is going to be a net for these guys? They
They
have like,
literally don't have a goalie signed
But
on
hey,
the NHL roster.
as you guys keep saying it, maybe Bob. They find a way to re-sign Bob. Why would you want Bob back in the building? Why wouldn't Bob want to come back after so much success?
I hope he
yeah,
stays in Florida.
I hope he comes to Toronto.
Stay there, buddy. Like I think my biggest assessment about why it's a good move for Florida is kind of this idea that Brady Tkachuk no longer has pressure at all. Irv
No,
said it. He's the fourth guy on this team now.
yeah,
Yep.
He's not the leadership option. Like now, Timmy Stützle in Ottawa gets an opportunity to take a step and be a leader, and this is his team to do what he pleases with. But Brady Tkachuk gets to show up every day with his brother. His brother daps up everybody in the way, and he's just hiding behind him. It's like you guys ever seen the Goonies? I'm gonna take you home. That's what it is. Like
hey, you guys.
like Brady Tkachuk gets to sit behind his brother, hide behind his brother who's built like a god status in Florida, and all Brady Tkachuk has to focus on is hitting people and scoring a couple goals. Go score
Yeah,
20, 30 goals. That's all they need from you.
I know.
What does Ottawa do?
Well, I saw a lot of rumors of Robertson, but I also saw a lot of rumors of Robertson doesn't want to play in Ottawa.
Yeah. Like they're good in net. Their D is, I hate to say it, but it is pretty good.
They're good up the middle.
They're good up the middle. They're missing like a top six winger, maybe two. But like they have assets and they don't have much cap room, but they got a little bit. Like they could have an interesting offseason.
I could see them maybe
Yeah.
moving the 25 pick and a player to either move up in the draft, maybe take a swing on another. Like this is a good draft class from what I've heard. I don't know
The
lots
top
about
10's
it,
pretty good. The
but
top 10's good.
seems like studly. And so if you can even maybe what if you like move your 9 and 25 to move into the top five? If Chicago
See,
wants to do that or Vancouver wants to do
Theos,
that.
Theos, who's the GM of Ottawa, said today in his press conference that we are not moving backwards. Like we are open for business, but we are taking steps forward. So that makes me think they're gonna go out and try and get a guy like Larkin or get a guy like I don't know, someone.
I don't they have now so much they've always had a great prospect pool. I mean like Shane Pinto's pretty good. I mean they moved Josh Norris, but like that's the kind of caliber of the player that they can make. And so I don't see why you don't maybe put yourself in the shitter for 1 year use these picks and all this capital of young talent and try to make moves that can benefit you 2 years from now, 3 years from now.
For sure. Yeah, no, I could see that. I could
They
see them
did
doing
they
something
did
like
that
that.
though. They were doing that since 2017, and then they finally made the playoffs for the last 2 years. Like, I mean, maybe
But,
management wants to do it, but the fans don't want to see that.
but that's also
Sorry,
like,
sorry, the fan.
sadly, they were kind of
Because
in a
we got
position.
LA.
They were a forward away though. Like you don't move Brady Tkachuk, go out and get a Travis Konechny, like a role player, someone who can score you 60 to 70 points, but doesn't have an ego, doesn't need to be in the spotlight. And Ottawa really is a contending team that could go to the end of like their conference at least.
I
But
guess
you
we'll
guys
find
beat
out and
them.
see what they do.
They
Battle of
fucking
4-1,
drank it
but
too, and it didn't work out.
some other news around the league. Connor Murphy signs a 5-year, $20 million deal with Edmonton.
I actually like that for Edmonton.
I like that deal for him, but the next one I don't like.
I have
That's
his rookie
fucking
card.
horrible.
Oilers also sign Jason Dickinson to a 5-year, $20 million deal.
Don't like that.
Why do they give bums 5+ years? Trent Frederick had $1 for every million that he makes on his contract last year.
As a
Like,
hockey normie, I don't even know who this guy is.
Jason Dickinson?
he
Never
was
heard
on
of him.
Chicago and they got him
He's
at the
like a
deadline.
he's a third line center.
Edmonton, like we talked about earlier
It's
with our
panic mode. They're panicking.
like, and then you're gonna sign Babcock, like the guy
Mike
who literally,
Babcock. Mike Babcock is going to be the coach by the end of June. He'll be
yeah,
the coach of the Oilers.
Yeah, probably.
like I think it's all but done. Like
It's done. It's
Babcock
done.
is in the building, and
And
so
Mike Babcock loves Edmonton, and Edmonton loves Mike Babcock.
Dude, those fucking impersonation videos you've been sending are so
Oh,
funny.
dude.
That guy nails it.
here's your
I
phone
forget his
back.
name.
Hey, Mike, can I get my phone back? Or yeah, sure. Or your phone back.
It's so
That guy
good.
nails the impressions.
Ah,
I don't
vacation
even.
was
I wish
great.
I knew his handle. We'll find it. He's so fucking good.
So fun.
Mike Babcock impressions are so
We'll
funny.
give him a quick plug. He's fucking
It,
hilarious.
it's Michael Babcock.
Michael's Babcock.
Bobby McMahon signs a huge ticket, 6 years, 34 and a half million with Seattle.
Good for him, man.
Yeah, good for him for getting paid, but Seattle just loves like those middle six guys.
It's
Like
like
they
that
don't
Jared
have
McCain archetype.
Yeah, they just
like
traded for Sam Miskevich.
Or McCann, thank you.
yeah, I know there's Jared McCann and Jared McCain.
You
Yeah, I
know,
know. Seattle's just the most middling team of all time.
sorry, this is a complete aside. Do you guys know that Jalen is the most common name in the NFL?
That makes complete sense.
It's
Probably
unbelievable.
name like 5 off the top of my head.
Jalen?
Jalen. And then there was a guy who went through and did the analysis, and when you like factor in all the different variations of the spelling,
Oh yeah.
you now have, I think like it's like 4% of the NFL is Jalen.
Jay.
There's probably one on every team.
Sorry. Where were we?
Bob
The
McMahon.
Hall of Fame entry, starting with the dad of Hey you guys.
The Goonies' father, Riney,
Rene.
thank you. Carey Price, Patrice Bergeron, and Brian Burke inducted to the Hall of Fame.
It's a pretty good
Rene,
class.
Rene should not be in.
He's got like 400 wins.
No, he doesn't. And you know who's 4th all time in wins is Cujo, and he's not in.
Yeah, but Cujo also has a ton of losses.
Doesn't matter. If like McGillney's not in. Kachuk has been
No,
eligible for
McGinley
like,
got in last year.
did he? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he did, you're right. But Kachuk has been eligible for like fucking 15 years, if not more. Carey Price, yeah, 100%. Probably the best goalie of his
Rene has
generation.
369 wins.
It's not 400.
It's a lot.
He has nothing internationally. I don't think he has a Vezina.
Here, Michael, let me ask you this question. Who's more who's more
I already
a
know what you're
predator?
gonna ask, and it's Freddie.
Frederick Anderson
Freddie.
or Rebecca Riney?
Rene doesn't have anything.
Why do you say Freddie?
Because me
Cup.
and Michael had a conversation on the last pod about he was saying Freddie maybe has a Hall of Fame case now after this cup win. I said absolutely fucking not. The guy's never been in top 5 conversation ever. He has no individual awards. He's won nothing abroad. He has a cup, and he wasn't even the starting goalie in the final.
Yeah, he
wins
was.
does Freddie have?
They swapped him
He's
out
at
on
like
game 2 for Bussy.
305. That was game 3. He got hurt.
Well, Bussy took it over and Bussy put it down, and now they're not going to re-sign him.
Yeah, but Freddie, he's gonna watch this video and be like, "Oh, my ring finger is so itchy," and then Pickering is gonna be like, "Oh, well, there's nothing on my finger. I'm gonna go kill myself."
He's got 324. If Rene gets him 369, I don't think Freddie Anderson gets in.
Freddie's gonna get in.
I don't think Freddie's getting in. If Cujo's not getting in, Freddie's not getting in. You're just a Freddie dick rider.
Like, and I also like
100%.
one of the last goalies to get him was Lundqvist. Like,
Oh, he's got over 400 wins.
but this is what I'm
Yeah.
saying. These are the
And
caliber
like three
goalies that you're
Vezas.
going up against. You're not
Yeah.
going in. This isn't the NBA Hall of Fame where you're like fucking anybody can get in. The WWE Hall of Fame where the Undertaker's been indicted 6 times.
WWE Hall of Fame where guys retire and go to
Something scripted versus something real.
TNA
But, like,
and then come back for WrestleMania.
You are going against fucking Marty Brodeur, Patrick Waugh, Carey Price. Like, you're going up against the best of the best. And when Freddie Anderson has never been, maybe he's top 10 conversation year over year, fine. Never been top 5 conversation year over year.
No, I don't even think Freddie's been in top 10.
Maybe.
Yeah, top 10
Maybe.
is an argument.
Even
There
in
was-
his heyday with his best years of Anaheim and Toronto, he was not a top 10 goalie in the league.
Yes, he was.
No, he wasn't.
At least 1 year with Anaheim. He had like 38 wins 1 year when they went to the playoffs. In 17? Or no,
Like-
he was traded for him in 17, year before.
The thing is, but even doing it 1 year, fine. Like, you could do it 1 year, like fucking, what's his goddamn name? There's a guy that on the Ducks that I traded you for, Troy Terry. 3 great years. It's irrelevant. It's not going to do anything for him. And so, like, you have to be consistently year over year in that conversation of top 5 to even have your name entered in with all this greatness.
Dude, he has the ultimate accomplishment in the NHL.
Sure, but he has won. He didn't he wasn't the goalie like on the ice to do it in the end. Like, they didn't lean on him at the end.
It doesn't matter, dude. You
But-
are
Alright.
on the roster, you have a ring.
So here you
Matt
go.
Murray
Here's-
has 2.
This is the year you're claiming that Freddie is a top 10 goalie in the NHL. Here are easily 10 better goalies. Braden Holtby, Jonathan Quick,
Can you
Tuukka
at least read
Rask,
off his
Corey.
numbers?
I'll get to him. Holtby, Quick, Rask, Schneider, Price, Rene, Fleury, Bishop, Luongo. Dubnyk was better that year,
What year?
2014.
Dude,
Right,
he was
and-
drafted in 2012.
I don't think he was.
He had to re-enter the draft.
There you go. I'm just gonna pull up his DB and we'll read off what his best year was.
I'm pretty sure it was that year.
Oh, DB doesn't have stats like this for this. They do. There we go. He played his most games in a year with the Anaheim Ducks. Yeah, 2014. I see how the Taylor's looking. I guess no. The Leafs, he played 66 a couple of years.
But that was the year he had the most wins. That was the year Michael was talking about.
he had 36 wins with the Leafs in 2018.
2017 year, he had 38 wins with the
Like,
Leafs.
he's
Vasilevsky better,
324.
Hellebuck better, Rene
Yes.
better, Bobrovsky better, Dubnyk better, Rask better, Holtby better, Quick better, John Gibson was better, Marc-Andre Fleury better.
He has 324 wins and 150 losses on his career with a 259 and a 913 and a Stanley Cup. This
You
guy
sound
is
like
getting
you sound
in.
like goalie guru.
Straight
I'm
up.
the complete opposite of goalie guru.
Straight up.
I'm
Wins are a
riding for
team
this
stat.
guy.
Wins are a team stat.
Just want to put it in perspective for you.
I'm gonna say it.
Jack Campbell in 21 got 36 wins.
Okay, cool. And now what's he doing? Walking his fucking cat with Jake Muzzin?
Yeah, I'm sure Freddie will accompany him on those walks.
No, they're gonna play golf in his backyard.
The last big piece of news is Dylan Larkin, rumored to be getting traded to Dallas after listing Dallas, Vegas, Minnesota, and Florida as his forward.
What a surprise.
What other four do you want to go to? Because those are the four. But again, these teams that you want to go to have now Florida has nothing to trade.
No.
Dallas has nothing to trade. Vegas has nothing to trade. Minnesota has nothing to trade. Well, that's not true. Minnesota has pieces, but they're not moving Woll stats. So you're not going to these teams. You cannot go to these teams.
No,
If
he
it's
doesn't come at a
impossible.
cheap price. He makes what, 8.87.
7.
There you go.
And so, but if you're Dylan Larkin, like, you're a god in this city. Detroit loves you.
He's from Michigan.
Is there a world where you kind of destroy your reputation there and say, fuck it, I'm not playing, I'm holding out, like, fuck you guys, trade me, like, make it a real scene and make it, like, dramatic, where, like,
I think
Red
that's what
Wings
Detroit
almost-
does. I don't think that's what Larkin does.
Yeah.
That's also true. I could see a world where Yzerman just says, fuck you, sit on the bench.
Give me 5 different teams, and then we'll talk. You can go to 5 good teams. You can go to Boston. You can go to
Toronto.
Toronto. You can go to Ottawa. You can go to Edmonton. You can go to Buffalo. You can go to like there's a bunch of other teams that are good. These fuckers just want to, these American fuckers specifically, just want to go to the tax-free states that are cup contending teams.
Yep.
Like, dude, everyone wants to go there. You don't think Austin Matthews wants to be the star in Florida? It's never going to happen because they don't have the assets to trade for him. Like, Brady Tkachuk wanted to get dealt, but Florida had to pay a lot.
Dude, 3 first-round picks
A lot.
is ridiculous.
Yep.
That's a
Paul
lot.
George.
Mikhail
lot.
Bridges.
Like,
Doesn't
and one of them
leave.
is a top 10 pick, and in 2029, that pick is top 10, so it'll go 2030. It's going to be a top 10 pick. So you're essentially trading 2 top 10 picks and a late first for Brady Tkachuk, which is a pretty good haul, man.
That's a great haul.
I mean, I guess. Yeah. It'll be scary. We'll see what happens with Dylan Larkin. I guess that wraps it up, boys. Thanks for watching our brow. Move it to the outro. Thank you so much for watching this podcast. We're going to be back next week for our last episode of like conventional potting for the summer. And then we'll have other content going on. Don't worry, podcast not going anywhere. Stay ready. We're doing our thing. As always, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe to everything that we do because the more you guys are active, the more we can be reactive. We like making content that you guys like. As always, we're going to be back. Just not on Wednesdays, but we're going to be back.
We'll be back on Monday in person.
We will be back on Monday in person. That will be a Wednesday episode. So that's next week. Last episode before.
Last one.
Last one forever. We're
And
retiring.
then we have more combine content, golf content, gaming content.
Interviews.
We're going to have a great time. We're just going to have fun over the summer and give ourselves a little bit more off-leash time to have fun with this podcast and get creative. So, as always, everyone at home, make sure you stay sweaty.
Stay sweaty.
Go Bills.